Roxy. I can just see it all now. And this is my brother, San.
We grew up in our family's furniture business right here in North Carolina.
I'm an interior designer with a furniture factory at my disposal. We can make almost anything. And San brings my ideas to life. We renovate and redesign houses from dirt floor to full decor to give families the homes that they have always dreamed of. You ready to see this wild fabric?
Rox. Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome? Would you put this in your house?
Yeah, definitely no. It's a little aggressive. This is absolutely why you pick the patterns and I just stick to building the houses.
Okay, no, really, this is what I've been thinking for Hank and Reagan. This print.
So this is the business right here.
Yeah, this is the business. Today, we're meeting with Hank and Reagan Eimer to present our design plan for their home renovation. The biggest problem is it's divvied up into all these small, unusable spaces. When you walk in the house, the first thing you see is a desk that they throw all their stuff on. That leads into a small dining and kitchen area that Reagan says makes her feel closed in and claustrophobic. Just off the kitchen is a doorway to a formal dining room that Hank and Reagan never use. And what's worse, they have no access to their beautiful backyard from the main living area. With the Eimer's budget of $55,000, we're going to completely transform this home. Hi, guys.
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm Reagan, and this is my husband, Hank, and we're the Eimers.
It's 1960 ranch, but not updated at all.
I think it is our forever home. It's a perfect amount of space, not too big, not too small. We want to be here for the rest of our lives.
All right, y'all. We've done a lot of work and a lot of thinking about what you told us.
Okay.
Your likes and dislikes.
Yeah, so you guys ready to get in there and figure this thing out?
Yeah, we've been thinking about it the whole time.
Yes, we are ready. Let's go, y'all. They just need something modern and classic and simple, and that's what we're going to give them.
How does this whole situation make y'all feel?
Well, it makes me feel like four of us are standing on top of each other right now.
Okay, so one of the first things that we're going to do, because we heard claustrophobic and closed in and dark, we're going to knock out this island, paint everything white, open it up, and from there, that's where we're going to add the exciting color and textures that will bring that space to the next level. There will be pops of color, and we're going to add texture and beautiful textiles.
I know you'll pull it together.
We will, with y'all in mind.
So just to open up the space, we're planning on actually knocking out that wall where the oven is now. It's going to open up the space so much, you're going to be able to see from the dining room all the way back to the lifestyle area.
Oh my gosh. Opened it up like crazy.
Open is what we're looking for here.
Right.
And claustrophobic is, that's a thing of the past. Now, let's talk about this entryway. When I see this, I feel like this is where I kind of want to put my things after a long day. What I was thinking for you guys, we could put cabinets up top and create sort of a mudroom type feel for you to organize your stuff as you walk through the door. I like to think of it as being like unconsciously organized. You know what I mean?
Perfect description.
Every family needs it.
Okay, guys, this is your ex-formal dining room.
The room we never use.
For the ex-formal dining room, we're calling it a lifestyle space. We really envision it as a space that Hank and Reagan can use for anything they want. There will be a bar along this wall.
Okay.
Like it already?
Yes, I know. Me too. I'm coming over. So Hank and Reagan's big wish is to have that indoor space flow right into their beautiful backyard. We're going to do some pretty big work here. And this is coming down, and we're going to add some beautiful French doors.
Wow.
Awesome.
Open up onto a 10-foot drop. No, just kidding. This is what we were most excited to present to y'all. So you're going to have a 12 by 27 expansive deck.
Let's take a step outside and see where this deck's going to sit.
Wow, guys, y'all have this amazing, amazing outdoor space. I cannot believe y'all don't ever use it.
We don't have access.
Well, that's about to change.
Yeah.
So the French doors are going to lead out into your dining space, and on the other side, you're going to have a living lounge area. The deck's really going to add to that indoor-outdoor aspect and add to your family life.
Awesome.
So that's the big grand plan, and we are ready to get to work, aren't we, San?
I'll grab my hammer.
The concern that I have is they showed an amazing plan, and I feel like it's ambitious with our budget, and I hope that they're able to stay with it because our budget's our budget.
Roxy's design really hinges on one major component, knocking down this wall to give the Eimers that open and airy floor plan that they're looking for. When we go into a house, if we're going to rip a wall out, if it's a load-bearing wall and we don't support it, the roof's going to fall in, the ceiling's going to fall in, and we don't want that. We get up in the attic, make sure we're keeping this house safe. All the weight from the roof and the ceiling are coming down on this wall. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put a support beam in so that once we take the wall out downstairs, the roof doesn't fall through. So southern yellow pine is a stronger wood, it can support more weight, and it has really great load-bearing properties. So we're using that for this horizontal support beam. Now we just gotta secure this thing down. Let's put the other ones in too. At this point, when that beam's in there, man, I'm fired up because I can go into the house and just start ripping up cabinets. I tell my guys, go to town, have fun. Start gutting the entire place. I feel like as a kid, you enjoy like breaking things. I guess maybe I was a small little hellion, but I like to break things. So demo day is a very fun day for me.
Just breaking things in general feels wrong, even though I know we're heading towards a good place. Well, he's having a good time at the very least.
You act like I don't put it back together.
Wow, look at that
Good catch, Randy. So this is our load-bearing wall. It's about to come out. We're just trying to clear some space up in here to really make that open concept open.
Oh my goodness, San. What a big difference. That wall coming down made such a big difference.
I did a good job?
You did a great job. The excitement level is rising above the nervousness level. Demo day is always a little stressful, and now that the walls have come down, we didn't find anything scary. I'm feeling much better and can kind of get over that hump to start the design process.
I feel like with that wall there, it was almost like that room didn't exist.
It didn't. It really started to come to life for me. I could see the new kitchen. I could see that island stocked up with drinks and a cheese platter or something you would have at happy hour. And then I could see straight through those French doors that lead out to their deck. I'm so excited. I mean, I can just see it all now. Adding color to a home is a great way to define a space without building walls. So that's exactly what we're going to do with that mudroom. I know we had originally talked about maybe doing it that all white.
Yeah.
But I definitely want something brighter to kind of define it as its own moment.
It's day 2 on the Eimer renovation, and the interior demo is done. So now we're turning our focus to the biggest part of the project, the deck. We need to install posts in the ground that will act as support beams, but we've already run into an issue. So we pulled up this brick patio and discovered this awesome concrete slab that I have to bust through. In order to put the posts in, we got to break through that to the ground. It's a little bit of a pain to be busting through this concrete. This will definitely add time to this reno. Breaking through this concrete patio was not an easy task. It set us back an entire day, but I know between myself and my team, we can make up the time further down the road. So we got this 2x10 joist here, butted up right up against our band, and we got to make sure that this is flush because our decking is going to go right on top of this. That just ensures our decking is flat all the way through the deck. Once the joists are up, we lay down the decking. This deck is enormous. I mean, we're adding 324 square feet of comfortable living space. We're going to drop some stairs down on the side so the Eimers can access this awesome backyard that they have, which was one of the most important reasons why we decided to go with putting this deck in. We take a look at the grain here. It's kind of shaped like a cup or a bowl, so it's going to hold water, and we don't want that because it'll eventually warp. So if you actually lay these boards and you flip them over, they perform a little bit better over time, and they won't warp.
Where I do my best work is in our design studio in our family's factory. It has a set where I can stage and test out different looks with furniture and textiles. It's really a creative space for me to go to. Hank and Reagan have come to my design studio. It's time to knock it out of the park with a design plan. Let's talk about textiles and colors and paints. So I've started with this inspirational piece that's really going to inform the rest of the space. It has these beautiful colors in it that we're going to draw from to make it a cohesive design feel.
Sounds perfect.
Are you ready to see it?
Definitely.
Okay, well, it's been right here this entire time.
I think it looks great.
Oh, I'm so happy because I've designed the rest of the room around it. Yay! Perfect. Your walls in this space are this clean, fresh white.
Right.
So I really think we need to get some color in there. So for your kitchen cabinets, I think a nice shade of gray will be perfect. It's not too bold and will be timeless and fresh at the same time. Okay, guys, so I pulled a bunch of textiles for your new swivel chairs that are going to go in your lifestyle space. I personally like bright colors for things like that.
There certainly is a lot of color.
For the Eimer's new furniture, I chose swivel chairs. They're just the perfect chair for that space. This fabric is going to be perfect for these fun swivel chairs. There are blues in here that tie back to our inspiration piece.
I like it, but I feel like it may be a little too busy.
So I pulled some more fabrics over here. When a client doesn't quite agree with my design proposal, that's okay. It's not about me. It's about them and creating a home that they love. This is a frame for one of your new swivel chairs. What do y'all think? It's not too bright, it's not too bold, but it is a color.
Right.
I certainly feel more comfortable with it.
It's a conversation, we can work together, and in the end, we'll have a final product that we both love. You know, this is really about you guys and creating a home that you are gonna love forever, but I will add some more color. I'm gonna surprise you with it.
I know you will.
And I know you're gonna love it.
Believe it or not, I do not have any concerns. I have full trust, and I'm so excited about it.
Oh my gosh, the deck looks awesome. It's so big. Seeing it in person really gives me the full scope of what could happen here. I feel like you could have a party out there. I just really want to get in there and put in that custom furniture and the drapes and some outdoor rugs. It's gonna look fabulous. Okay, let's frame out these French doors. Do you have those measurements?
So the big piece of this puzzle and a big important part for Hank and Reagan is they want to have access to their backyard. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put in French doors right at the edge of that dining area.
For 12 years, the Eimers were not able to get to their backyard from the back of their house. These French doors are going to give them that access not only to their amazing, expansive backyard, but also to that deck. Oh, San, what do I see there?
After removing the drywall and insulation, we score the bricks from the outside to prep the wall for demolition. Knocking out an exterior brick wall is not an easy job.
Absolutely, always easier said than done. And
Usually she says it and then I do it, so...
San, what's the plan here? Are you just gonna start whacking at it ninja style, or is there like an actual formulated?
Yeah, well, I was gonna kick it a few times until you came, but now that you're here, I'll hit it with a sledgehammer.
Let's see the light. When the first brick falls out and you see that light coming through, that's what I get excited about.
And I get excited because the house hasn't fallen down on my face yet.
May I get a grande iced coffee with coconut milk and 1 pump of skinny cinnamon dolce, please?
That is the bougiest order I've ever heard in my life.
Renovation is moving fast. Cabinets are about to go up, French doors and countertops will be installed, along with a new outdoor living area on that huge deck.
I'm so excited.
But will the Eimers fall in love with their new space? We're over a week into the Eimer renovation. The deck is coming along, but not quite finished, and the interior is still a big blank canvas. But that's all about to change. Today is cabinet day. I'm so excited. The space is really starting to take shape, and once we get those cabinets in there, it's just gonna feel completely and totally different. Y'all, the blue on our mudroom turned out so beautiful. So at first that mudroom area was gonna be white like the rest of the cabinets, but we needed a pop of color. We needed some excitement for Hank and Reagan's entryway. This blue is so beautiful. I think it's gonna make such a big statement right when you walk through this door. It defines this as an entryway. Blue is classic, it's timeless, and it accents all of the other accessories and decor that we have going on in the space. Wow! Oh my goodness, it's just a clean line of cabinets. The vision that we had for the space to begin with, y'all really have made it start to take shape.
Now that I have the cabinets in, I can tackle the French doors that will open out onto their brand new deck.
How you coming, San Te?
I'm doing all right. You might need to do the same thing and add this other shim on the other side for me.
Sure.
When you put it in, you have to really make sure these things are level. You put screws all through the sides of them. If you pull them too tight, it pulls the door out of alignment, and you don't want that. So we're trying to be careful with shimming the sides and shimming the bottom to make sure everything is nice and square, so the door actually opens and closes once we close it.
The final touches on the deck are finished. San and the crew installed vertical and horizontal beams so that I can add drapes to create a cozy outdoor space. I love that the posts went up for our drapes. I can basically see how it's framed out this beautiful backyard.
I like how it kind of like makes everything a little picture frame. So
it does. It's like the perfect, the perfect deck and the perfect view. It'll be a place that I can see Hank and Reagan hanging out in the morning for coffee, at night for cocktail hour. I had coffee out here this morning. It was so delightful. We are one day away from the big reveal with the Eimers, and it is looking amazing. Painting is going down right now, finishing touches on the cabinets, and the quartz countertops are going in right as we speak. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. It is all coming together. I just love the look of it. They're so pretty. Our beautiful new quartz countertops are in. We chose them because they have this beautiful organic gray pattern in them that ties back to our gray cabinets. So we chose quartz because of its durability. You don't have to worry about the stains. You don't have to worry about chopping things up on here. And it's also really beautiful. So you have functionality and you have style. It honestly doesn't get better than that.
I need to work on the backsplash.
So what I'm thinking is subway tile.
Okay.
Clean, classic look.
That would look great.
So while San gets to work installing the backsplash, I need to make a last-minute decision. We decided that the round table that we're going to put in this dining area is now going to be an accent color instead of the original white. And to be honest, I'm kind of having a little bit of a hard time with the color palette. We already have blues and grays and whites in here, and we're really running out of time. I have to make a choice. We're putting the finishing touches on this renovation, and tomorrow is the big reveal. Y'all ready to see your new space?
We are.
Definitely.
Yep.
But we've still got plenty of work to do.
Why on earth are we going to put drapes on a deck?
At the Eimers, they're coming home to see their new space, but we have some last-minute projects to finish up. For their kitchen table, I decided to go with a deep forest green that will fit nicely with the rest of the space. Now, San and I are putting on the finishing touches before the big reveal.
Why on earth are we going to put drapes on a deck?
I know it's a little bit different, but they're so unique. I don't think a lot of people think to do this. You have the privacy if you need it, and it'll make it feel like another living room in the beautiful outdoors. The great thing about these drapes is that they're practical. They're this wonderful, durable outdoor fabric, and they're easy to clean. You can hose them down. They withstand the elements, and functional and stylish is what you want
So basically,
out of design.
all Reagan has to do is put a hose in Hank's hand, and he just stands out there and sprays them. He's good to go.
That's right. We're gonna really go bold with some blues. It's crunch time, and the furniture install has to happen, lighting has to go up, all those small touches that will really make the space.
His and her, right?
Yes.
I like it.
Do you like
Ooh,
Reagan's princess chair?
I do.
I love how our counter stools turned out. It was the perfect opportunity to sneak in that color. I told Hank I was gonna sneak in, and that color actually ties back to our kitchen table to keep the entire look cohesive. Don't hurt the moneymaker.
You mean the chandelier?
No, your face.
Well, they came out perfect because I painted them. Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm so excited.
We are just ready to reveal Hank and Reagan's new space to them. They're gonna love it.
So I actually need 2 more weeks.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, good.
We are ready to get back in the house.
Well, the good news is it's done, it's on time, we're on budget, and it's so beautiful.
All the good things, right?
All those 3 things I wanted to hear. I'm excited to get back in our house. Hopefully, it's going to be everything that we think it's going to be.
Well,
Oh my gosh. It is absolutely beautiful.
what do we think, guys?
Incredible.
Okay, it takes me a minute. It takes me.
It's hard to believe that this
love
is the same space.
I am so excited about this room. It is so different than I even imagined it would be. It's like I'm in a brand new home.
And I like the blue. I love it. I mean, I think it looks great.
I love that mudroom. Just walking in, seeing the bright blue cabinetry. We will use that like crazy.
Just can brush that shoulder off if you like to. Thank you.
You know, it's funny because when you're talking about that picture after you turn here,
Yeah.
I mean, it really does help the whole
To
scenario.
pull it together.
Yeah, it really
Because
does.
there is actually a lot of color in here.
Right.
Dance party!
Love the cabinet color.
Believe that this is the same space.
See how the gray kind of set off your beautiful countertops
Right.
that are this durable quartz, and it pulls out
Love
the
them.
grays in here. You know, I really wanted to paint those bottom cabinets gray versus doing an all-white kitchen. Our walls around the entire space are all white, so we really needed some color to break up that space.
You had so many colors. Who would have thought there were so many colors? I mean, it looks
I just want to
perfect.
keep dancing.
I would have just painted
And
them all
there's
white,
lines.
but there's a reason why I'm not decorating the house. We gotta get this man something. Here we go. Oh, and look at that.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I was just getting ready to say, it's so close to the bar.
The kitchen, it just has so much more function now. I think with the bar the way it is, it's going to allow us to kind of entertain all over that whole space, opposed to just being trapped in that one little square.
These are your new custom swivels we had made just for y'all at our factory. Reagan gets the princess chair. Whenever you decide to put a hole in the side of somebody's house and break through an exterior wall, it's scary and it's a huge risk. Seeing them in their new swivels and just turning around to enjoy that backyard view is just such a relief.
You've turned a room that we virtually never used except for a dog bedroom into something that we'll use every day.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
What do we think?
It looks awesome.
This is gorgeous.
It is. You came through. You said you were going to come through, and you came through. You gave enough room for 2 rooms, which is exactly what we want.
It really allowed me to be able to style it as an outdoor living space. So you have an outdoor dining room, you have an outdoor living room, and we wanted to make it very special and unique.
Oh my gosh, look, there's stairs. Perfect.
Now with that deck, and then also the ability to come off that deck, the amount of times that we're back there, it's going to double it, I'm sure.
We couldn't be happier with the finished result, because ultimately for us is creating something that they're going to have for the rest of their lives, of course, and then just making their lifestyle a little bit better.
It doesn't feel like it's just a new addition to the house. I mean, it feels
like we just tacked it on.
It feels like it should have been that way, and it's been that way for a long time.
The home is all about family.
That is awesome.
Isn't it awesome?
And I know that this is greatly going to add to their family life, and that's really what it's all about for us. Are you happy?
Yes.
Can I get a high five?
I can't even believe it.
Yes. Mission accomplished, Harris.